The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back to the channel, everybody, as we get set for yet another game in this time frame as the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens currently lead this time frame, winning 1-0. And of course, it's not looking good for Team NHL as they are forced to start Justin Peters against Michel Larocque for the Montreal Canadiens. With that being said, with 46 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock, let's see if the Carolina Hurricanes can get on the board here to even up this time frame at a game apiece. Let's do so. Will the clock operator please start the clock? Oh, and it's an injury right off the bat to the visiting team. We're going to roll the red die. We're going to re-roll this red die, so the segment's going to end, and we're going to determine who would be injured. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will be playing this as normal injuries in real-life hockey. So in this case, the Carolina Hurricanes will lose a player for the rest of this game. It'll be player number 3. That's Brandon Suter, as he is going to head off, and the Carolina Hurricanes are down to down to 12 players as we get set for the next segment. We got a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and anybody on the and Chad LaRose. We are looking for smart. Pick your poison between Savard, Jarvis, Cournoyer, and Schutt. I think we're going to go with Cournoyer, as both guys have smart, and we move on to the next segment of this time frame here at the Forum in Montreal. Penalty check between Lafleur and McBain. It looks like Guy Lafleur is going to go to the box as Jamie McBain will get the Carolina Hurricanes an opportunity on the power play as he moves in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to make the play save. 4 or a 5 with a dot will do so. Oh, and he can, and the Carolina Hurricanes get on the board early. Jamie McBain off of a power play goal. And let's see who scored the assists on that play. 2 assists. Eric Stahl and Jeff Skinner will help the defenseman, Jamie McBain, score the power play goal to give the Canes an early 1-0 lead here in this one. And we stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 55. Home player in 5, that's Bill Nyrop, stops a Carolina Hurricanes goal chance with a quality roll of smart or a square. Bill Nyrop does not have smart, but he does have a square, so he is going to be keeping this game right where it's at 1-0 in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes. Penalty check between, it was so close to a 3-6-6, giving the Habs a automatic power play goal, but instead it's a penalty check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and player number 3, that's Tumo Ruutu, as he has a 0.5. So the Habs can have a decision here. They could tie or go on the power play, or they could let the Carolina Hurricanes go on the power play. You know what? Team NHL is really needing of some games here. They're going to go on the power. They're going to try to go for it and go on the power play. So Rick Chartraw will head off to the box, and Tumo Rutu is going to move in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to make a play save here. 4 or a 5 with a dot will do so. He will. Tumo Rutu is stopped by Michel Larocque, and this game stays 1-0 after 20 minutes of play here at the Forum in Montreal. Team NHL needs to get on the board here to tie this time frame up right here, right now. Let's head to the second period with a home scoring chance of a 42. Not good. Any home player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes. Yes. Steve Shutt or Guy Lafleur will do the honors. It's going to be Shutt. And it will be Steve Shutt as he moves in on Justin Peters, who needs to make a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He does so. Wow, to keep this game right where it's at. Justin Peters saves the 1-0 lead saves the game from being tied as we move on to the next segment. Oh, and it's a tie game, automatic power play goal for the Habs. Let's see who scored that goal. 6. Player with the best shot rating, of course, it's Guy Lafleur. And we move, and let's see how many assists. 1 assist. With the dot, we're going to give that one to Serge Savard. So Guy Lafleur from Serge Savard will end up being the game tie-in power play goal for the Habs. We got a visitor scoring chance. Hopefully the Hurricanes can take the lead with a 25. Home goalie must make spec save. Oh, can they do so? 1, 2, or 3 should do it. And of course, Michel Larocque will issue a spec save, and he stood on his head for that one. And the game is tied as we move into the 15th minute of the second period. We got a quality check, this time between players 4 and 2. That's Van Boxmeer and Yuri Lusty for skill. It looks like Yuri Lusty has skill as he moves in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to make the play save. A 4 or a 5 with a dot will do so. And of course, they will do so to keep this game knotted up at 1 apiece. Team NHL is in dire straits here, trying to get on the board to stop this winning streak by the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. Quality check, this time between players 1 and 2, between Gainey and Stewart for power. The only quality that Stewart has is power, and he has it. So does Bob Gainey. Wow, what a clutch. What a clutch, and I do mean clutch. I do mean it. What a clutch pick of a quality check to get the quality win on, to tie the quality check. My, oh my, what a pick. As we move on to the final period of the game with a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and UC Jokinen for hit. They could tie or go for it. The only guys out there with hit is Tremblay and Nyrop. Dot, they go for it. And they'll tie. So they'll go with right across from him, Maury Wilson, with nothing doing. With nothing doing there, and we move on to the next segment. Oh, and it's a penalty check between Nyrop and Punikarovsky, 0.5 tie. And that's going to do it for that segment. So no penalty is called. The ref is telling both players, if I catch you guys doing it again, you're going to the box. Penalty check between Jarvis and Allen. Oh, Brian Allen's going to go to the box one way or the other, as Doug Jarvis will move in on Justin Peters, hoping to make the save. 2 or 3 with a dot should do so. And Peters makes the stop. Wow, to keep this game right where it's at of 1 apiece. What a key penalty kill save for the Carolina Hurricanes to keep this knotted up at 1 apiece. We go to the 20th minute of the third period with a 4-6-5. So that is a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and player number 5. That's Tim Gleason. We're looking for hits. They could tie or go for it. We'll roll this red die to determine what we will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's a 2. They tie, and we are going to overtime. Now, in overtime, we're playing out just as you would see in playoff hockey. We'll play out the same 4 5-minute segments as we get set for, and whoever scores first will end it. And right away, we're going to begin with a 4-5-1 with a quality check between players 5 and 1. That's Chartraw and Jeff Skinner for Star. Jeff Skinner has starred. This is the Carolina Hurricanes' chance to win it in overtime in the first overtime period as Skinner moves in on Larocque, who shoots, and Larocque makes the save. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh my goodness, what a save that was by Michel Larocque. We move now to the next segment of the first overtime period with a quality check between players 2 and anybody on the ice with all the qualities. It's close, but we're going to give it to Eric Stahl. We're looking for speed. Both guys have speed between Cournoyer and Eric Stahl. As we see here for the next segment. Penalty check, oh my goodness, between Savard and UC Jokinen. Both guys have the same penalty rating, and we move on to the next segment in this one, in this first overtime period. One of these two teams is going to have to pull out a huge a rabbit out of their hat with a quality check between 4 and 5. That's Van Boxmeer and McBain for skill. McBain has skill. He scored earlier. Can he win it for the Hurricanes? He moves in on Michel Larocque, who needs to make a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop. 5 with a dot will do so, and we head to the second overtime period, still tied at 1 apiece. One of these two teams is going to have to win game 2 of this time frame. So far, this is the game of the project right here as we go to the second overtime period with a visitor scoring chance of a 33. Choice visitor player rolls for rebound goal using shot stars +2. You know, I'm going to give that to Chad LaRose because he had, wait a second. Yes, I'm going to give that to Chad LaRose for a better opportunity here as he moves in on Michel Larocque. A 1, 2, 3, or 4 will do it. A 5 or a 6 won't. We'll keep this game going. And the Carolina Hurricanes win. And the Carolina Hurricanes stop the clock. Will win it in the 5th minute segment in the second overtime. The first segment of the second overtime period. Wow. Chad LaRose will win it for the Carolina Hurricanes to tie up this time frame at 1 apiece. What a game. Oh my, oh my. Let's see who assisted on the game-winning goal from Chad LaRose. 2 assists. I think we'll go with Gleason, and I do want to keep that triangle out there for Rutu. So we'll go with Gleason. Actually, no, we'll go with Falk and Alexei Panikarovsky, who assisted Chad LaRose on the game-winning goal as the Carolina Hurricanes win Game 2 of this time frame by a final score of, and shock the fine folks here at the Forum in Montreal by a score of 2-1. Oh my goodness. My, oh my, oh my. So with that being said, stay tuned for Game 3 coming up next. But for now, here is the Bitty Beer Game 2 game summary. As always, is presented by Bitty Beer. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. As usual, it's Bitty Beer.